I'm doing Depp vs. Heard, pop culture, entertainment, things like that. You probably know Johnny's been invited to star on a show by Rihanna, who's a super huge musician, a billionaire, and it seems like a great person all round, and also an abuse victim. People magazine here features a story called Singer Olly Alexander won't be wearing Savage X Fenty anymore following Johnny Depp involvement. So I guess this person here believed Amber. This person probably also believed Amber's dog stepped in a bee and the whole 9 yards. Jeannie Depp actually replied, and she said, "Who? Oh, somebody no one's ever heard of who's trying to get his name in some headlines. Got it." And that is part of it. This person here, not very well known, probably not my generation. Maybe some younger folk know him, teenagers, things like that. I don't know him. Probably you don't know him. But the thing about that is, unless you're really, really not too intelligent, you know making headlines isn't always a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of people on Johnny's side, so just making a headline that you're taking Amber's side might not be so good for you. So I gotta believe the people doing it actually believe her, for whatever reason. So, people, of course, like usual, is featuring this like it's some big deal. Oh my god, this guy Olly isn't supporting Rihanna and Johnny. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. There's also another magazine that I took an article from that I want to actually go over in a little more detail, because people, well, let's skip them. And this made a few headlines, by the way. Not just People and this other magazine here. Well, I should say website. Anyway, here it is. And the website I took this from is called Pride, and it begins. Years and years singer Olly Alexander is taking a hard stance after it was announced that Johnny Depp will be spotlighted at Rihanna's Savage X Fenty Volume 4 show. TMZ broke the news on Thursday, citing an anonymous source that told the publication that Rihanna and her team invited the controversial actor to be the first man featured in a star moment during her upcoming Savage X Fenty Volume 4, dropping on Amazon Prime next week, which is also a pretty darn big venue, by the way. Then they say it immediately sparked backlash due to Depp's accusations of domestic violence by his ex-wife Amber Heard in the extremely public trial that took place earlier this year. Wait a minute, who won the trial? What happened with those accusations? Was there evidence? Was there proof? Were they true? Well, we know they weren't, but I guess this website here might not be up to date. So, watch this twist right here. While that trial was not about whether or not any abuse was actually perpetrated, a prior UK trial found that there was sufficient evidence that the actor had committed violence against Heard on at least 12 specific occasions, allowing for publications in the country to call him a wife beater without retaliation. Guess what the evidence was? Amber just saying it. That's evidence? Amber just saying it? So they want you to think that Virginia got it wrong, because look at this case in the UK. Just present the evidence. Oh, wait, there isn't evidence. Let's keep going. Rihanna's alleged inclusion of Depp in her show is so completely out of the left field that people have taken it as a pointed stance to show support for him. Needless to say, not everyone is happy about it. Alexander was among those to immediately voice his disappointment regarding this situation, initially sharing an exaggerated frown emoticon while retweeting a post about it. I had to pause there a second. I haven't seen people say emoticon so much. I say emoji. All right, that's weird. And here's the tweet. So Pop Crave tweets out, Johnny Depp will become the first man to have his own spotlight segment in Rihanna's Savage X Fenty fashion show, according to TMZ. And Olly says, well, you could see just a bunch of sad faces. And it continues under the tweet and says that Olly has been in the show before. Okay, now it makes sense. So he was someone in the show before. He was in the Valentine's Day campaign. And getting Johnny in there instead of him is probably going to make quite a few people happy. That's just my silly little opinion. Unsurprisingly, this has prompted controversy for Alexander himself, as Depp stands rushed into his mentions to spread misinformation with their claims that the actor had been proven innocent or that Heard herself had been proven to be an abuser. Wow, that's some misinformation, guys. We watched a trial for 6 weeks. We watched a jury. We watched witnesses. But I guess that was all misinformation. When the verdict was handed down, we watched that on Law and Crime along with like billions of people basically. But I guess I got it wrong. I guess it was misinformation. Yeah, that must be it because this site says so. Alas, many others were grateful to see the performer stand his moral ground, with one fan writing, "Thank you for taking a stand on this, Olly. So many people wouldn't for fear of offending their fan base." Wow, Ollie's brave. Ollie's something. Ollie's going to be president one day. Well, that's Ollie's decision. And you and I also have a decision to make. Do we want to support Savage X Fenty by Rihanna? I'd say yes. I don't know who she is, but now I do, and I'll support it whether I think it's boring or not, and I probably will because I don't like fashion shows. I wouldn't watch fashion shows, but if a billionaire is putting on a fashion show and supporting Johnny, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll support it. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, well, click that subscribe button. And if you don't, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.